Guys, welcome back to my channel. It is me, Jericho the Space Witch. Today in, I don't know, not really retaliation, but because I've been thinking about it a lot in my video where I was talking about piercings and there was a weird wisp behind me and it looked kind of creepy, and I kind of still believe that that was something. I wanted to do a sort of like a story time video for different experiences that I've already had. And before I get to the story, I would just like to say that if you don't believe in paranormal stuff, or you think it's stupid, or you're not really into spirituality stuff that relates to that or anything, and you don't like it, your rude comments are going to be ignored and probably deleted. And I really just suggest that you don't watch it, because you're not going to be entertained and you're not going to relate to it, and you're not really going to have any relevant reason for being here. So I don't want to waste your time. That being said, this story happened when I was 15, and there were other people there, but I'm going to change their names just because a lot of people don't know that I have a YouTube channel. And I was with my cousin in her first car. What are we going to call her? We're going to call her Sarah, just because that's like a normal name and I can't think of anything. So I was in Sarah's car. It was an old Ford Taurus, and we were there with her. I don't know if they were dating at the time. We're just going to call him Robert. And then there was another guy whose name I don't even remember, so he's just no name. And then a girl that she used to be friends with, her name, we'll call her Mackenzie. I'm not going to remember these names. But anyway, we were in her car, and we were just driving around at night, because I was allowed to go everywhere with her. Like, it was never a big deal. And we were driving around, and I forget who said it, but one of us was like, hey, let's go to Waverly Hills and drive up there and see what it's like. It was like it was more like midnight, closer to 1 o'clock. And so we're all like, yeah, okay. And at the time, Robert was a Satanist, not the atheist kind either, I don't believe. And then I wasn't really religious at the time. I think Mackenzie was a Christian. I don't know. Like, it's not really relevant, but I think it makes the story more interesting because we were kind of a mismatched bunch of people anyway with different views on paranormal stuff. So we decided to go, and Sarah was driving, obviously it's her car, and we go and we get there, and there's like woods. It's, it's like what it looks like on TV. And we're going up the drive in her car, and it was dark, and we had the headlights on low because we weren't sure if there was like security or anything, and we didn't want to get in trouble. We just really wanted to go look. Like, we didn't even really want to go inside. But we get up about halfway up the driveway in the car, and we're going very, very slow. And then all of a sudden we hear, like, I don't even know how to like mimic the sound. It's like a loud, like, picture comic book noise of thwack. It was just a really loud thwack, and we heard it on both sides of the car, and it was her rear view mirrors, and it sounded like somebody's palm just hitting both of them at the same time, and the whole car like jumped a little bit like forward. And so all three of us girls screamed because that was startling. First of all, Mackenzie's in the back. She does not stop screaming. She's just like, ah, 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 and my cousin immediately starts praying. She's like, which one was it? She's like, "Now I lay me down to sleep. I play with the Lord my soul to keep." I'm like, "We need to go. We should go." And Max is like, "We should go. We need to go." And so she backs up, leaves, and we just go. And we get back to the highway, and she was in the driver's seat, I was in the other front seat, Mackenzie was in the middle and the back, and the boys were on either side. And I was looking out the window, and we were all just like, we were dead quiet. And we were just sitting there, and I noticed that there wasn't a side mirror at all. Like, there was just a big hollow space, and I was like, your mirror's gone. And then Max was like, the one on this side's gone, because he was laying his name's not Max, his name's Robert. He was laying his head on the window, and he was like, this one's gone. And like, we were just freaking out because it was like something had hit her car and like taken the windows out, and it didn't look like it had like done anything to the rest of the windows. So it was like they had never been put in the first place. So the next day we go back and we drive up, and there's no mirrors, there's no glass, there's no signs of life anywhere. And I don't know, that was just super duper creepy. Yeah. So I don't know if you believe in stuff like that, but I don't know. I think there's a possibility it could have been something. I don't know. It could have just been teenagers, but why would you wait just to do that at that oddly specific time? It was just strange. That's all I can say. It was very strange and spooky. So I don't know. That is my first paranormal story time story. And in relation to the other video I made, a lot of creepy stuff has been happening since I made that video, and I'll probably talk about it in a few days, but thinking about it kind of gives me heart palpitations right now. So when I'm calmed down, I will. But yeah. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think.